So, I mean, and then you mentioned the guys like Brown, White, and Kelly. So they've got a good older core coming back next year, and then a great younger core as well. So.
And you mentioned Connie Glover's three-point shooting. In fact, he's actually leading the conference in three-point field goal percentage at 49%. Great for a freshman out of Brockton, Mass. So the coaches did mention a few seniors will be making the start today, including Damian Rant, Vujadinovic, as well as the normal starting five that we see with Kelly and Connolly.
Yep.
So for the Ravens, Sek will be getting the start. He's the senior guard out of Washington, D.C., a product of Springbrook. He's joined by Isaiah Moore, as well as the numbers are really tricky for Franklin Pierce. If you can see on screen, Fadu Jatimi getting the start, as well as Seth Bresnan, the freshman out of Yonkers, New York. It's a very dark black jersey with very dark crimson numbers trimmed with white. The fifth starter will be Jamison Perilous for the Ravens, who are 15-10, 10-8 in the Northeast 10 division. They've lost their last 2 games after winning 3 straight against Bentley early in the week. It was a tough loss for them. They lost by 33 to the Falcons. Falcon team that they won again, they defeated on December 7th at the beginning of the season. So the Falcons avenged their loss and put up 105 over the Ravens.
That's a big spot. That's a big number. I mean, any game you go over 100, you're doing something right. So Ravens definitely want to erase that out of their minds here tonight.
And going back to the 105, it was the most points that they've given up in 2 years, have the Ravens. Goes back to November 27th, 2017. And in that game, they gave 105. That opponent, the Bentley Falcons.
Yep. Pretty crazy how that stuff works out.
So you see the 5 for the Assumption Greyhounds. We have Kelly Vujadinovic, as well as Cal Connolly, Patrick Fleming, and Damian Rance getting the start, traveling all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Not just for this game, he's obviously been here for a long time, but he certainly gets the award for longest traveling. Vujadinovic second on that from Serbia.
I think it's a cool gesture by head coach Scott Foucher to give a guy like Rance and Fleming the start here tonight, 2 guys that don't usually start, so I like that they're going to be getting some minutes here early.
And Assumption in their home white with blue numbers. You mentioned Scott Foucher. Great job first year coaching the Greyhounds. Already +5 in wins. Coming from Nichols College in Division III, where he brought his team all the way to number 8 in the country, as Rance gets the first touchdown low, and he hits the jump hook and an early 2-0 lead for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, Rance on the board early. Nice little touch, high little floater, and it gets it to go.
Fado Jijima up top, gets it back left wing, trying to work right by Connolly. It's Isaiah Moore from the corner. This 3 is good.
Tough shot there with Rance closing, but shot it over Rance's hand and gets it to fall.
Moore now 9 for his last 20 from beyond the arc. Remember the NE10 All-Rookie team last year. Averages about 11 points per game. As Connolly, left wing, goes behind the back. Vujadinovic driving hard, trying to go up high with the left hand. Rebound by Perilous.
Looked like he wanted to punch it down with a dunk for a second, but it was his offhand, so.
And Perilous right there at 6'5", didn't want to be dunked on either. Perilous was scoreless when these 2 teams met early in the season. This rejection down low by the Serbian native.
Yeah, Vujadinovic coming out hot here tonight. Just tried to go up there on the far side on the offensive floor, but then came here with the block.
What's surprising, that's Vujadinovic, his 3rd block of the entire season. Figure at 6'5", plays down low sometimes. He'd have more blocks, but only 3 on the season as Kelly has the ball for the Greyhounds. 3-2 early lead for the Ravens. Is trying to respond. It's Fleming, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 3 shots. He was fouled right in front of head coach David Chadbourne and the Ravens bench.
Yeah, Fleming going to have nice 3 shots here to get himself maybe into a rhythm here early.
I mentioned Franklin Pierce, number 3 in the NE10's Northeast Division. Ahead of them are St. Anselm and Stonehill. Behind them, Bentley and Southern New Hampshire. So those will be the 5 that'll represent the Northeast Division in the playoffs. On the flip side, in the Southwest Division, Lemoyne, Adelphi, Southern Connecticut, New Haven, and Pace will be the 5. So all 10 teams set in the NE10 playoffs. Fleming only making 1 of 3 at the free throw line.
He wish he could have had 2 of those back.
As you need every point you can get against this Ravens squad that averages 81 a game and moves the ball up and down in a fury. As Isaiah Moore working on Kelly. The shot is no good. Trying to go over Kelly. Kelly's arguing for the over the back, but Moore knocked it off of Kelly. Moore has been the lightning rod for this Ravens squad. Calls for it up top. Lining up for the 3. It's blocked by Connolly. We're going to call it a backward violation.
Tricky call there for the ref. That's a tough one. Happened so fast right in front of him.
Patrick Fleming getting the start today. He started 19 games last year, 13 of the first 14 this year. Got the start last game against Bentley, scored 10 points, and got the start tonight in his final game in a Greyhound uniform. This is Damian Rance. It's the only field goal for the Greyhounds so far as it's taken from his hands, and the Ravens collect the basketball. It's in the hands of Perilous. Moore now, trying to use the screen. It's the switch. Is this Perilous? Right elbow, no. Rebound, Connolly, and the Greyhounds want to move quickly. Fleming racing up the court. Rance now, stop and pop. It's short. They're feeding Rance the ball. He's at 6'7", 220, has the height advantage, but not connecting early on as Perilous can't connect on the layup. And the rebound by Patrick Fleming.
Both teams seem to be pushing the pace. We talked about how Assumption might be slowing it down a little bit, but on offense, they've been looking to go. Now maybe Kelly heard me from all the way up here.
It's tough of any team in the NE10 keeping up with this Ravens squad as Kelly's fadeaway doesn't fall. As we're still just tied at 3. One made three-pointer by Franklin Pierce, one jumper by Damian Rance, and a free throw from Patrick Fleming. And that's where we are right now. As Bresnan, the freshman, gets it back. The 3 is up. It's no good. And the rebound by the senior Fleming. Wants to run the break. This is Connolly stepping into a 3. It doesn't fall. And once again, a one and done for the Greyhounds.
Both teams early struggling to find the basket.
Jajimi driving in. The layup is up and good.
Nice little hesitation to get to the lane there without getting blocked by Connolly.
Jajimi had an outstanding game 4 games ago against the Skyhawks. He put in 41 and tied the school record with 9 threes, but since then struggled, just 7 points a game over the last 3. Rance down low, triple team. This right hook doesn't fall. Rebound tipped a few times, and the Greyhounds come away with it.
Great effort by Rance just to keep that one alive.
As Rance will get the ball back, tries to hand it off. Works the pick and roll with Kelly. Vujadinovic for 3. Got it. Finally, the Greyhounds set an offense. They got the pick and roll. They got the rotation with the basketball. And they got the 3 from Vujadinovic.
Yeah, when the Greyhounds get a shot that they want, they have the shooters to knock it down. So good to see that right there.
As Moore will try to answer it. Greyhounds with a 6-5 lead. As Bresnan drives in, he got fouled by Fleming. It'll be the first team foul against the Greyhounds. Assumption's had a nice home record all season, 9-4 here at Laska Gymnasium, including winning 2 of the last 3 and that big win against Lemoyne, as well as picking up the win against the Purple Knights of St. Mike's. Driving in, this is Seck. Good ball movement by the Ravens. It's in the hands of Moore. Shot clock in single digits, but Moore takes it himself and lays it up and in.
Jordan White in for Damian Rance.
So some more muscle down low for the Greyhounds as Jordan White right on cue hits the jumper and gives the Greyhounds the lead once again.
He's such a fun player to watch. Probably night in and night out the most athletic guy on the court. Strong motor in him, and he just never quits.
But he falls for the fake by Moore. And Moore, the last 4 points for the Ravens, gives the Ravens the lead once again.
Yeah, sneaky little play by Moore to get free.
Vujadinovic trying to follow Isaiah Moore with a couple of ball fakes. Couldn't hit the 12-foot jumper. 1 point lead remains for the Ravens. As we're 6 minutes gone by in this frantic first half. Step back three, no good. Kelly with a rebound. Kelly wants to put it into fifth gear and gets rejected by Fasario.
Kelly put on the Jets there, but not enough as he got blocked from behind.
And this is a frenetic pace. I'm not sure if these teams can keep it up. We certainly know the Ravens can. I'm not sure if the Greyhounds can.
Yeah, I don't think the Greyhounds want to play at this pace the whole time.
However, it is the final game of the season for the Greyhounds. Got to leave everything on the floor as Fleming in his final game of his career will now go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
That was really difficult to get to the lane like that. Go up with the left. I mean, can't get it to fall, but he'll be heading to the line.
Fleming had a really nice season last year, led the team in rebounds and assists, averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds per game this year. Can't buy a free throw so far.
Struggles continue so far from the line.
Was 63% at the free throw line to today's game, but misses both at the line. 1 for 5 at the charity stripe.
Pretty surprising start for Fleming.
He's knocked out of bounds. The great Larry Bird once said he was always mad when he missed a free throw. You know why? Because they were free.
Yeah.
90% free throw shooter for his career. As White tried to knock the ball away, but driving in Van Alstrom, and he can't connect on the layup. The Ravens sub out a lot of people throughout the course of the game. They go 5 or 6 deep and really put on the Jets at all times. As Fleming for 3, it's no good. The rebound down low by Sek.
Fleming's been open, just can't buy one right now. He's got to keep shooting, though. He's been open, so you got to take him.
Fasario drives in. He now has 4, and he's hurt. He fell down right after making the layup. He is in pain right underneath the Assumption hoop. He has 4 points coming off the bench.
That's a tough spill. Yeah, it looks like he went into the first row there, holding his shin.
And with a 3-point lead for the Franklin Pierce Ravens. We'll pause right now. He's pointing at the first row for the crowd. If you can see it on screen, the benches and the metal stairs that come out are very, very close to the action.
Definitely
here at
not
Laska
forgiving.
Gym. The 12:55 remaining in this first half. 11-8 is the score. Ravens on top. Fasario doesn't look like he's terribly hurt. Jogs off on his own power. He has 4 so far. Leading scorer so far for the Ravens is Isaiah Moore with 7. Almost outscoring the Greyhounds by himself.
Nice to see Fasario run to the bench. Thought he was going to be down for a little bit longer at least.
We'll work on him on the bench, but he seems to be okay as we see our first shot of Saxon Thompson. The dunk by White doesn't fall. He was looking for the highlight reel and the foul, and he couldn't get it. And we have a foul down low, this one against the Ravens.
Man, Jordan White would love to have that one back. He went for a very explosive dunk, but I'm sure he'll get another opportunity tonight.
We've seen that a couple of times this season. White going up hard and just not getting that dunk to fall. So Gators into the game for head coach Scott Foucher. Quick 5 on the floor as White Thompson, Gator, Connolly. As the three by Glover, it's no good. 3-point advantage for the Ravens. Looking to add to that. The great dish off and the layup is good. Down low by Chandler.
Tough break for the Greyhounds. Thompson and Glover both got their hands up, but it went literally right through both of them.
Just by a fingernail, as they say, as Gator lines up for the long jumper. It's no good, as we're under 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Ravens with a 5-point lead. Splitting the defense is Van Alstrom, and he'll go to the free throw line. Van Alstrom, product of Sheffield, England. Went to Itchen College, played for England's under 17, as well as their under 18 team. A 6'6" junior guard. First free throw, no good. And a lot of missed free throws in this game.
Yeah, and a lot of good shooters on both teams, so pretty surprising to see them struggling with free throws.
Yeah, Van Alstrom had gone 0 for 11 from the from outside the three-point arc before the game against Bentley. Finally hit his first three of the season in the game earlier this week. As Glover, step back, this is a three, it is too strong, and the rebound by the Ravens. They're looking to push, and they're looking to extend their lead. Vujadinovic working it to Kolek. Skip goes into the corner. This is Kolek. This is a three, and it's good. And a timeout by Scott Foucher. A 9-point advantage for the Ravens. They're hitting everything on the floor, and they're on top 17-8. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with 11:22 remaining in the first half.
Really nice shot by Kolek. Defender was closing out on him, but he didn't even take a second to come back down with the ball, just catch and right up and shoot. So that's the best way to do it if someone's closing out on you.
Just went right into that 3-point triple threat position. Could have passed, dribbled, or shot. He decided to make the shot. A Cumberland, Rhode Island native. We've been held scoreless in 3 of the last 4 games. Just 1 for 10 for the field, but still the confidence to make the three, and he did just that. And he gave the Ravens their largest lead, a 9-point advantage. Gator working it to White, trying to go inside. Can't make the layup. Rebound tipped a few times. This is Connolly for 3. No. Rebound controlled by the Ravens once again. And a foul against Isaiah Gator. Actually, they're going to call Jordan White for the foul. That's his first and the team's third.
Connolly trying to find his groove. He's really lethal from beyond the arc, but his first 2 unable to hit.
There's more on the Ravens. More driving in. Faked out Connolly. Kicks back. Vujadinovic for 3. No. Skying is Chandler. And here comes Moore once again, and we have a kick ball. This Ravens squad moves so fast.
They really do.
Compared to the other ones. It's an offense that averages 81 points per game, good for 4th in the entire conference. Backing his way in, Vujadinovic lays it up and in.
Tough backing down a big body like Gator like that, but he did it pretty effortlessly.
6'4", 187 pounds of the senior out of Temple Hills, Maryland. As Kelly, also from the state of Maryland, hits the 3.
Nice to see Kelly get going.
That's Kelly's first points of the game. That stopped the bleeding momentarily. The lead was up to 11. Here comes Isaiah Gator. Hands it off to Kelly. Kelly looking for Glover. He drives in, glides in, and lays it up and in.
You won't see that on the score sheet, but Kelly just held on to the ball. Just a nice extra second to pull that defender down even lower and gave Glover a nice lane to the basket.
And all alone, Vujadinovic makes the layup. It ends the 5 straight points that Assumption had after the lead went all the way up to 11.
You've got years of experience on me, but this is only my first year doing broadcast. That has to be the toughest name I've come across so far.
It's up there.
Yeah.
There's been a few. Talking with the coaches before for Assumption, and they know him very well. They just go by Davin.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the easiest way to do it.
They're also, it's first name basis with him too, so they call him Davin.
Yep.
A 7-point advantage, make it 8-point advantage for the Ravens, 21-13. 9:15 and counting them in this first half. Isaiah Moore, the leading scorer, with 7. Vujadinovic, step back, long 3, and it's good. Assumption starting to heat up from beyond the arc.
That's what they're going to need to do. They're down by 5. They would love to hit another 1 or 2 here in the next few minutes.
They've hit their last 2 from beyond the arc to cut this lead down to 5.
Oh.
Blocked down low by Vujadinovic.
He covered some ground there to get over.
If they give him the block and not Connolly, that's his second block of the game, doubling his season total in just the first 11 minutes of the game. Badojuchimi works it to Perilous, driving in, blocked by Rance, ball goes out of bounds, off of the Ravens.
Damian Rance coming to play tonight as well. Good hands on that to contest the shot, and that goes off of a Raven. Going the other way with it is the Greyhounds.
The Greyhounds down by 5. Working up, Vujadinovic steps in the lane. Gets it back at the top of the key, slices his way in. Lamp doesn't fall. Rebound knocked a couple of times. Getting the basketball and hitting the putback is Isaiah Gator.
Second chance opportunities coming up big here for the Greyhounds so far.
The Ravens set up the offense. We're under 8 in the first half. It's Bresnan now. Working it to Isaiah Moore. Moore quick off the dribble, works to the right side. Basarillo's 3 doesn't fall. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll be Assumption basketball.
Assumption matching that pace of the Ravens so far. I really like what I'm seeing out of them. They're not backing down to it at all.
Franklin Pierce squad, very talented.
There it is.
As Connolly hits it there, and we are tied at 21 and a full time up by Franklin Pierce with 7:36 remaining in the first half. We'll take it along with the Ravens as we're tied for the first time today right here on any 10 now.
Walking the path of integrity, forever embracing a life in balance, standing tall and confident, leaders in the classroom, community, and field of play, with clear vision and a full heart, looking to the future, devoted to the student athlete, representing the Northeast. Diverse in composition, united by our values, determined by nature, uncompromised by choice. We are the NE10.
21 apiece here at Laskov Gymnasium. Greg Kadetsky and Mike Petrali as the Ravens raced out to an early lead. They had an advantage of 11 points. And the Assumption Greyhounds started hitting 3s, and now we are tied at 21. Quick sub as Zagorowski comes into the game, the sophomore out of South Hamilton, Mass. We'll touch on his family history. It's pretty interesting. when we have a moment. Right now, Moore gives it to Zagorowski. Drives in, the layup, no. The putback is up and good. Great job staying with it by the sophomore forward.
Yeah, nice follow up there, too. Missing the initial shot, but able to put in the rebound.
Zagorowski averages about 9 points a game and a couple of rebounds. Backdoor cut by Kelly, taken away by the Ravens. Ravens looking to add to their 2-point lead. It's in the hands of Fasario. Trying to work baseline, blocked by Connolly down low. Kelly has it taken and commits the foul on Van Ostrom.
Kelly not too pleased with that. He's calling for a kick.
Coach Foucher looking for it as well. If it was a kick, maybe accidental, but it's a tough one down there.
Yep.
Van Ostrom just ripped it away from Matt Kelly.
Credit to him taking the ball and putting it in the ref's hands. So.
And once he got the ball, 7-inch height advantage over Kelly.
That'll do it.
So Kelly could only commit the foul. Franklin Pierce reeling off 4 straight points after Assumption tied it at 21. Under 7 to play in the first half as Rance has it. He made the very first shot of this game, gave the Greyhounds an early 2-0 lead. Kelly trying to find Rance down low. The senior out of Australia. The turnaround hook doesn't fall. Rebound by the Ravens. They want to move quickly. Bresnan steps into a long 2 and hits it.
Ravens really don't give you any time to get back on defense. If you're not back and you're not running full speed, you got no time.
Kelly trying to return the favor and hits a long 3. Zagorowski hits the 3.
Yep, Zagorowski answered right back.
That shot clock went down to 24.
Yep.
That's when the Ravens are taking their shots. 6-8 seconds off the shot clock.
Kelly would be a cool player in that Ravens offense, too, if he were to switch teams, playing at that high pace.
Vujadinovic driving in, the layup, no. Rebound by Franklin Pierce with a 6-point lead, trying to add to that. Van Ostrom, Euro step over Kelly. Kelly got a piece of it, and he's calling for the ball.
He's got Fleming far side. There it is.
Fleming. Vujadinovic now. Fleming gets it back. This is a 3. No good. Rebound by Connolly over everyone. Kelly, no good. That was from 30 feet away.
Great effort by Connolly to outjump about 2 or 3 Ravens.
Very impressive for Connolly at 6'6". Kelly comes away with a basketball. It's a 3-on-3. Kelly trying to give it to Connolly, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Franklin Pierce.
The no-look might have thrown Connolly off just a little bit too much, but, I mean, great pass by Kelly. He came up with the steal down here near us. And
in those 3-on-3s, you lay it up. You don't. Sometimes you do bounce pass, but you can lay it up if they're filling in the lanes. Connolly certainly has the height and the vertical leap to alley-oop that.
Absolutely.
You keep it away from the defender. Shot clock under 20, which is a rarity for the Ravens. Up top, Zagorowski. This 3 is up. It is no good. And the rebound by Gator. This is a freshman out of Meriden, Connecticut. Gator with a hesitation. Vujadinovic. Step to the right. This is a 3. It's no good. Gator tried to send it home, and here come the Ravens. Top by 6. Driving in, the layup is up, and good by Fasario.
Yeah, you brought up the shot clock a few possessions ago. That time it only got down to 25, so, I mean, if they're just getting it off within 8 seconds pretty much every time.
As Rance for 3, it's no good. They love to push it. The amount of possessions that they have per game must be the highest in the NA10. And Zagorowski's 3 is good, and the lead all of a sudden back up to 11.
Yeah, Ravens really starting to settle in here, making it real tough for the Greyhounds to figure it out on defense.
Second time this half that the lead is stretched to 11. It's Kelly down low. His layup doesn't fall. Here come the Ravens again. And the foul before crashing into the bench. As Falu Sek Forces the 15 foul against the Greyhounds in the first one on Vujadinovic.
That was going to be a tough layup for Kelly to make down on the far side. He was running full speed, only could get his hand on it for a split second.
So Moore has it up top. Mismatches Jordan White. Takes him down low off the dribble and lays it up and in.
Real tough finish off the high glass.
13. They get a 16-3 run right now for Franklin Pierce. Stepping into the jumper, this is Glover, who stops the bleeding momentarily.
Nice answer from Glover. On the other hand, though, Ravens really showing you what they're capable of.
Just this fast-paced offense that averages 81 a game. Hit a number of threes so far in the contest. A couple of them by Zagorowski. Great ball fake on White. Rebound control by the Ravens on a second opportunity. And the shot clock, another issue with it. Went all the way back up to 27 where it should have been to 17, and they reset it with 2:56 remaining in the half. Moore hands it off. Fadu Jutimi leans it into the layup. He has 8. Joining Zagorowski with 8.
Ravens really spreading the scoring around here.
The leading scorer is Moore with 9. As Vujadinovic looks down low to White, double team, fadeaway jumper is up and good. So between the three, Zagorowski, Moore, and Feduchutimi, they have 27. Assumption is 28.
Nice hands by Glover there. Strip it.
Fleming trying to drive in, finds Glover. Left wing 3 is no good. And another rebound by Feduchutimi. Trying to go coast to coast. Taken away by White. Greyhounds down by 11. Just want to get this in single digits before the half.
Yeah, I'd love to see him slow it down right here and get a shot they really want.
Vujadinovic drives in. It's a traveling call against the Serbian native. Coaches mentioned they want to potentially slow this down and control the pace a little bit more, but it's really the Ravens that are controlling the pace of this game.
Absolutely.
So Connolly and Kelly come back in. They're joining Glover, White, and Vujadinovic. Van Ostrom hands it off to Zagorowski. Back to Van Ostrom. The southpaw will take the 3 and hit it from the left wing. He has 6.
Nice form there by Ostrom, just squaring up, and no one came out to cover him, so he's going to take that all day.
And we mentioned that he made his first 3 of the season in their last game against the Bentley Falcons. That's his second 3 of the season. Kelly. Vujadinovic lines up for 3. It is short. Van Ostrom sees it go out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Ravens as we're under a minute to go in the first half. Assumption putting on full court pressure defense. Maybe it might slow the Ravens down a little bit, but they break the press as Fasario gets it back. This is a 3. It is up, and it is good.
Shooter's touch right there.
They're going to say it's a 2 with his foot on the line, but either way, the largest lead right now is 16. Kelly driving in. Circus layup, no. White with a follow. Goes back up and in, plus the foul.
Great second effort by Jordan White. You know he's not going to let a rebound just get away from him like that, and going up strong for another 2.
White with 6 points already in this game. Like you mentioned, the muscle of White. hurt last year. Good addition to the team this year.
Absolutely.
Really used his rebounding. Averaging 5 a game on the season, averaging 11 points per contest. So they convert the three-point play. The lead is 14. The shot clock has been turned off. As Moore will set it up. Guarded by White. Loses the ball. Here comes Glover, and he was fouled. But the 6th team foul against the Ravens, so a non-shooting one. Just 4.1 to play in the first half.
I think Glover made a sneaky, smart play there by kind of dribbling into Moore to draw that foul. He could have gone around him, but looked like he did it in a smart way to draw a foul.
4 seconds, certainly plenty of time to get to the side of the court as Vujadinovic hands it off. Connolly's three counts if it goes. It does not. And both teams will go to the locker room with the first half in the books here at Laska Gymnasium. It's been the Ravens who have run up and down this court with no regard. They've been doing that all season. They put up 45 in the first half here in Worcester, Massachusetts, to just 31 points for the Assumption Greyhounds. A very quick start for the Franklin Pierce Ravens. They know who they're facing in the playoffs. They know what seed they're going to be, but they want to let loose in this final game of the regular season.
Yeah, Ravens really running their game plan the way they want it. We talked about pace before the game, and they're playing at the pace they want to, and putting up almost 50 in the first half is pretty impressive.
And we'll take a timeout from Laska Gymnasium. Franklin Pierce on top of Assumption, 45-31. We'll come back with some halftime stats after this, right here on NE10 Now.
There are many colleges in New England, but there is only one Assumption College, where students are formed with critical intelligence, thoughtful citizenship, and a disposition for compassionate service. Assumption is a Catholic, liberal arts college with a committed faculty dedicated to their student success. The college features strong academic programs with 35 majors and 47 minors in business and professional studies, as well as 24 NCAA Division II athletic programs. Assumption College.
Welcome back to Alaska Gymnasium. 45-31 is the score as the Ravens have the lead at halftime over the host Assumption Greyhounds. Quick rundown of the box score. Franklin Pierce led by Isaiah Moore. He had 9. Fado Jutimi had 8. 7 for Fasario and 8 as well for Zagorowski coming off the bench for head coach David Chadbourne. For Assumption, they had 31. 7 of them belonged to Jordan White, 6 for Vujadinovic, and 6 as well for Matt Kelly.
Yeah, everyone for Assumption getting in the score column except for Saxon Thompson. A lot of bodies playing for Assumption tonight. Franklin Pierce, yeah, I mean, Moore's been great, and Fado Jutimi's been great as well. I like what I'm seeing from Zagorowski, but this pace that Ravens been running is just almost impossible to keep up with.
It is unbelievable. They've done it to a lot of teams throughout the NE10 so far this year. They have a 10-8 record. They played a lot of close games. In fact, 16 of their 25 games have been decided by 10 points or less. They're 9-7 of those games, and 6 of the last 7 games have been decided by single digits. They give up a lot of points. We saw that in the game against Bentley. They gave up 105, but they score a lot of points. They scored 132 in a game way back in December, and so far 45 points with the first half in the books. You look at Assumption, they got to get to the line more. They also have to make free throws. Just 2 of 6 at the charity stripe in the first half. Patrick Fleming being the big culprit, 1 for 5 from the free throw line in the first half.
Yeah, having a few more of those fall definitely would have closed up this deficit just a little bit, but I think they got to come out and try to slow things down, because we talked about it before the game. Running with this team is just not your best idea.
And right away, Bresnan hits the 3 and brings the lead back up to 17. Matches the largest they had in the first half. So it's Fleming, Vujadinovic, Rance, Connolly, and Kelly. Same 5 that the Greyhounds started with. It is Sek, Paralles, as Rance gets the ball down low. Fado Jutimi, Bresnan, and that's the 5, and Isaiah Moore is handling the basketball. That's the 5 for the Franklin Pierce Ravens, as Kelly has the ball. 15-point advantage for the Ravens. Rance up top, straight away 3, got it.
I like this start for the Greyhounds. I mean, you got to be able to kick it out like that to shooters, so pretty good start right here.
Quick couple of buckets for them. 45-31 at the half. Now it's 48-36. Assumption's been perfect on the first 2 possessions of the second half as Moore floats it up. It's no good. Rebound down low by the Serbian native playing in his last game. As Kelly driving in, the layup is good.
Kelly makes that shot look so easy, and it's just not, especially with the left spinning off the glass.
Very impressive layup by the junior, Matt Kelly. Lead right now down to 10. It was 17, but Assumption's run off 7 straight points. As Bresnan down low, tried to draw the foul too. He stops the quick run by the Greyhounds. Fleming, fade away from the free throw line, got it. They're 4 for 4 from the field here in the second half.
Yeah, Greyhounds have had answers early, so let's see if they can keep it up here.
As Moore, unlike normal Raven possessions, walks the ball across the timeline. Fado Jutimi, the 3 is no good. The rebound by Fleming. Now it's the Greyhounds who want to play in a frenetic pace. Kelly finds Connolly. This 3 from the left corner is good, and a timeout by the Ravens.
Matthew Kelly, beautiful pass. He could have easily went up for a floater if he wanted to, but he knows Cal Connolly is lethal from out on beyond the arc.
10-point swing over the last 2 minutes. Gets this lead down to 7 and forces the Ravens into a timeout, and we'll take it with them. 17-29 remaining in this one. Ravens on top by 7.
Walking the path of integrity. Forever embracing a life in balance. Standing tall and confident. Leaders in the classroom, community, and field of play. With clear vision and a full heart. Looking to the future, devoted to the student athlete. Representing the Northeast. Diverse in composition. United by our values. Determined by nature. Uncompromised by choice. We are the NE10.
Lead down to 7. 10-point swing over the last couple of minutes. The Assumption Greyhounds, they saw the lead go up to 17 to start things off here in the second half. They've outscored them by 10 in the last 2 minutes. Vasilio driving in. And it gets hit by the Greyhounds. It'll stay Raven basketball.
I'm a little bit confused on that call because he stuck his foot out, and if he got it with the foot, wouldn't that have been a kick? Would he blown that whistle immediately?
Certainly, and
Yeah.
the shot clock would have been reset to 20.
Yeah, so I don't know how it went off, if anyone, then on a Greyhound side.
As Moore drives in, great smart play by Kelly, tipping it to Fleming. Connolly plays catch with Vujadinovic, who hits the 3 plus the foul.
The story here has been the extra pass in this second half for the Greyhounds, and then there again you see it on display.
And it was Connolly and Vujadinovic going back and forth. One defender bouncing between the two, and
Yep.
it's whoever could get that defender out of position. Finally is Vujadinovic, who
Yep.
committed to the three-pointer, hit it, he was fouled, and the free throw is missed, so the free throw struggles continue for the Greyhounds, but the lead that was 17 is down to 4.
We've got a ball game on our hands now.
Got a great one, in fact. Zagorowski working the left corner. Van Alstrom driving in. It's taken away, but the foul is called against Fleming. This is the 44th meeting all time between these two schools. Franklin Pierce has a 29-14 edge. And that includes the win all the way back on November 26th, an 8-point victory. And a foul there by Rance on the follow-through of the block. And I call it on Connolly, in fact.
I didn't even see Connolly near that play.
Fado Jutimi at the line for 2. 75% free throw shooter. Mentioned he had 41 points in the win against the Stonehill Skyhawks. Tied the team record with 9 3-pointers, was 9 for 13 in that game.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. 41 points by itself is ridiculous, and then never mind 9 3-pointers.
But he's struggled since. Only about
Wow.
8 points per game as Rance lays it up and in.
Kelly with a crafty dish.
Ball tipped a couple of times. It's back in the hands of Van Alstrom. Trying to drive in, hanging midair. Fasario's layup doesn't fall. Here comes Patrick Fleming. Vujadinovic tries to go hard. He gets rejected by Van Alstrom. Back and forth we go here at Laska. Fasario's layup, no. And the rebound by Rance. Both teams want to push it. Vujadinovic in the left corner. Tries to back in Van Ostrom. This is Rance for three. No. And the rebound by the English native, Van Ostrom.
Both teams have had some pretty good looks on their last few possessions, just not able to get it to fall.
Couple missed opportunities in the paint for Franklin Pierce. A couple missed threes by Assumption, and that was a miscommunication on the pass, and it goes back to Assumption with 15-16 remaining in this one.
If you're Assumption, do you keep playing at this high pace, or, I mean, it's working right now, or do you try to get back into your own play style that you're used to?
You go back into the style that you're used to and you're comfortable with as Kelly drives in. Almost goes into the stands. So we mentioned that one stair that sticks out right underneath the basket. Second team foul going against Franklin Pierce. Connolly driving in, beautiful drive with the left hand and lays it up and in.
Nice lefty finish by Cal Connolly.
Just keeping it away from the defenders, which he was doing, and you said just laid it in with the left hand. Van Ostrom for three, it doesn't fall. Second opportunity. Jutimi hands it to Sek. He's been quiet today. Sek gets it back. Guarded by Rance with 5 on the shot clock. Lines into a three and hits it. I think that's the announcer's jinx, as they say.
Absolutely.
Who's scoreless up until that point was Falu Sek, senior out of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, and that was a tough shot. He's had some easier looks that he missed earlier on and then actually hits on the hard one.
And he had to move it quickly with the shot clock winding down. I'm saying Rance traveled. So 55-50 is the score. Ravens on top by 5. 14:05 showing on the clock. Van Ostrom trying to drive in, loose on the floor, and not diving for it was Vujadinovic. Wisely would have gone right into the Ravens bench. So Rance and Fleming go out. White and Gator come back in. So the muscle of White will play a roll down low. Layup try doesn't fall. Here comes Vujadinovic. Kelly.
Wow.
Behind the back, finds Gator, lays it up and in.
Kelly just always knows where his teammates are.
3-point game all of a sudden. Skip, this is a three, and he stepped out. Trying to get the three was Kolek, and he just stepped out of bounds. He's trying to step into that three after the cross-court pass.
Yeah, it was a really nice pass across court, but just couldn't feel the line on the back of his foot.
So Kelly with the ball as the Greyhounds are down by 3. Hands it off to White, who did travel. A little extra push by Zagorowski, but that's a play you can't call a foul on.
Yep.
So you see Glover coming back in. To replace Vujadinovic. So it's Glover, Kelly, Gator, Connolly, and White. As Sek handles the ball up top, tries to find a teammate. As Zagorowski drives in. Partially tipped by White, rebound by Gator. Here come the Greyhounds, a chance to tie. Gator taking it himself and laying it in with a finger roll. Under 13 to play, 1-point game. Golick up top to Zagorowski. And a foul called as Zagorowski and Golick were playing catch. We mentioned we get back to the family of Zagorowski. Maxwell Zagorowski at South Hamilton, Mass. Played 1 year at Lynn University. Has some NBA blood. His brother, Michael Carter Williams,
Yeah,
plays
pretty
for the
impressive.
Orlando Magic. His other brother plays
Cretin.
basketball as well.
Yep.
And they're going to say it's a backcourt violation. So chance for Assumption right now to take the lead with 12:31 remaining in this one. They were down by as many as 17 in the first half. They're down again by 17 in the second half. And it's Patrick Fleming who has the ball. We're on senior day. He was honored beforehand. Finds himself in the paint, in trouble. As Connolly lines up for three, it is too strong. Rebound by Vassario.
Connolly took that one for probably 2 or 3 steps beyond the arc.
Certainly in his range. Driving hard, the layup is good. That was Fedutimi with the layup. Lead back up to 3 as we're under 12 to play. Gator with a head of steam, kisses it off the window.
Gator with 2 really tough baskets for himself here, going in the paint, driving through contact.
Showing his acrobatic ability as Moore trying to answer that. Finds Zagorowski. The three is good. Just rattled it home for the left wing.
Yeah, Zagorowski really comfortable from beyond the arc, so he's getting it going.
He has 11 right now. A player in double figures for Franklin Pierce. Gator loses it. Here comes Moore with a steal. Moore all alone will beat Connolly to the basket and lay it up and in. Moore with his 24th steal of the season. Final 11 here at Laska. As Connolly finds Gator. This is a three. It is no good. Fedutimi with the rebound. Works quickly to Moore, who lays it up and in. And a timeout by Coach Foucher. It is a full timeout with 10:48 to play in this one. Franklin Pierce now on top by 8. 64-56. Back after this on NE10 now.
Walking the path of integrity. Forever embracing a life in balance. Standing tall and confident. Leaders in the classroom, community, and field of play. With clear vision and a full heart. Looking to the future, devoted to the student athlete. Representing the Northeast. Diverse in composition, united by our values, determined by nature, uncompromised by choice. We are the NE10.
64-56. Franklin Pierce on top. The Assumption Greyhounds. Franklin Pierce at 15-10. They were 15-14 last year. Trying to get one more regular season victory this year. Greyhounds certainly improving their win total. They were 8-20 last year. If they win, they get to 14 wins. Even if they lose, they garnered 5 more wins than last year. Vujadinovic stepping into a three. It is no good. The rebound by Van Ostrom.
Greyhounds really could have used the bucket on that possession.
Certainly see the Ravens and their speed that have taken control the last couple of minutes. As Isaiah Moore, the last 4 points in this basketball game, going right by Gator. But the foul was called before the shot went off. 10:09 remaining in this one. That was the first one against Isaiah Gator. Fedutimi leaning into a three. It's no good. Vujadinovic with the rebound. Might be the two toughest names in the NE10.
Yeah, not easy, I would say.
White, spin move, down low, layup doesn't fall. Rebound Van Ostrom.
White looking for a call there, but he's got to finish that. He's more than capable.
You have to, even if you do get fouled, you have to finish it off the glass. Fedorchimi with the basketball in the paint. Zagorowski stopping on a dime, the layup, no. The rebound down low by the Ravens, a third opportunity doesn't fall.
Kelly got a hand on that last one.
Last one was by Vasserio, who had an opportunity. Connolly finds White. This is a three. It is no good. And the rebound by the Ravens as Fasserino and Moore colliding. But the Ravens hold on to the balls. We're closing in on 9 minutes to play in this one.
Wow.
Fedorchimi got away potentially with a walk. The Greyhounds get bailed out on the missed layup. Great look to Gator. The layup doesn't fall, but Isaiah Gator, the freshman, will go to the line.
Nice play by Gator to get fouled, and he'll be heading to the line with a nice inbounds pass from Vujadinovic.
Gator has certainly been a nice addition to this squad.
Absolutely.
7 newcomers on the team, including people that sat out for redshirt season. Freshmen of Glover, Thompson, and Gator certainly getting a lot of playing time. As Gator's free throw is up and good. Good free throw shooter on the season, hovering about 80%. Moore calls for it and gets it back. Top of the key, he's wide open for three, and it's good. Good ball rotation by the Ravens.
Yeah, Greyhounds got caught chasing a little bit there. More left open from top.
The lead is up to 9. Remember, it was 17 twice. The Greyhounds can come back. As Gator down low, his layup doesn't fall. Van Ostrom with the rebound. It's tough to do it once. They did it twice.
Absolutely.
Third time is asking a lot. As Bresnan drives in, the rebound by the Greyhounds, and they got fouled.
I will say one thing, though. They have been playing pretty good defense still. They just haven't been getting those shots to fall like they were a little bit earlier in this second half, but the stops are there.
You can crank it up to the defense of Franklin Pierce. They're actually second in the NE10 in defensive field goal percentage. Opponents only shoot 43% from the field. White for three. That's no good once again, and the rebound controlled by the Ravens. Another one and done. It's the lack of offensive rebounds that's really hurting the Greyhounds here in the second half. Vujadinovic with the rebound. Trying to drive in. Ball knocked out of his hands. It's in the hands of the freshman Glover. Vujadinovic for three. Got it. Right in front of Falu Sek.
Needed that in the worst way.
Soon we're going to start talking about possessions. Right now it's a 2-possession game. As Bresnan gets caught, finds Van Ostrom. His three is no good. Assumption will be very happy to let him continue to take threes as Glover's three is no good. Offensive rebound by Gator. Third opportunity for the Greyhounds. It's White who put his head down and gets called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, easy call for the official there.
The argument could be made he was close to the restricted area. The refs think he was outside of it, but nonetheless, that's the second foul against Jordan White. And the 5th one against the Greyhounds. Moore trying to get it back, taken away by Assumption. As Gator, little chaotic dribbling, finds Vujadinovic in the corner. This is a three, and he rattles it home.
Great pass going baseline. That's a tough one to make around defenders. It finds him in the corner.
And you can see the frustration on the face of Isaiah Moore. Vujadinovic three is no good. A chance to tie once again for the Greyhounds.
Strong closeout by Kelly there too.
And a good job getting the defensive rebound. Kelly to Glover. Kelly gets it back. Three from the corner. Bang! Timeout by Franklin Pierce. 67 apiece from the three-point shooting from Assumption.
Yeah, these Greyhounds are not going to lay down to this team. Shooting lights out in the past few possessions.
It's a 30-second timeout called by the Ravens. We'll keep it right here as we're under 6 to play. The threes by Vujadinovic and Matt Kelly. Both from opposite sides. Vujadinovic in the left corner. Kelly's from the right. And just like that, we are tied.
Yeah, right when you think it's getting out of hand for the Greyhounds, they claw back in.
Very impressive of them, showing no quit. Certainly, no one would excuse them for doing that. Or everyone would excuse them for doing that, I should say. They are not in the playoffs. They've been mathematically eliminated. You have a better record from last year. At the worst, you're at 500.
Yep.
But you know what? They're going to leave everything out. They're going to play loose, and they're trying to upset this Franklin Pierce team that's third in their own division and avenge the loss up in Ringe, New Hampshire. The three by Zagorowski, it's no good. And a chance for Assumption to take the lead. Kelly, hesitation, finds White. And Glover stepped on the sideline. So the biggest lead for Assumption was just 2 points. It was early on. We had a couple of ties the first half. We have one here in the second half. Making the steal, Vujadinovic. The finger roll is good, and the Greyhounds have the lead. They've come all the way back from being down 17 in this half. And they have a 2-point advantage.
The defense has really picked up for the Greyhounds.
Down low, Vassario reties it at 69. It is the defense, like you said, that has stepped up. White down low. Triple team, Vujadinovic for three.
Oh.
Bang!
Is he feeling it or what?
The final time playing in front of the crowd. The senior out of Serbia has made 2 huge threes in the last couple of minutes. 3-point advantage for the Greyhounds. It's their largest. Driving in, Fasciario's shot is no good. Glover with the rebound. Glover for another one. No good, it was too strong. White battling for the rebound. They're going to say it went off of him. That could have been a jump ball as both teams were battling for it. Either way, it gives everyone a chance to catch their breath.
Yeah, the Greyhounds bench has been up on their feet for I think the past 2 or 3 minutes, so they'll be able to sit down after that one.
As we have 4 minutes remaining in this one. Assumption with their largest lead of the game. What a time to do it. Down low, Zagorowski's layup is good.
He got that off so quick, didn't even give White a chance to get a hand on it.
He knew White was closing in on him and just grabbed the ball and almost tossed it up instead of collecting the ball fully. Either way, it was a layup for him. Lead is 1. Gator finds White. Double comes. The turnaround hook is good for Jordan White.
The touch Jordan White has for a big man is truly impressive.
Assumption trying to get their 10th win at home all season. Vujadinovic with the layup right there, a 1-point lead for the Greyhounds. They're 9-4 here at Laska. Kelly with a layup try. Looked like he was fouled. Sliding for the ball. They're going to say Glover committed the foul. He dove for the ball in the middle of the dribble.
Nobody was near Glover.
And that puts Franklin Pierce in the bonus, as that was the 6th foul against the Greyhounds. Down low.
What is that?
This is Sek. Trying to work on Gator. Crowd getting restless. Both teams' benches getting restless. Driving in. Van Ostrom's floater is no good. The rebound by Isaiah Gator. Let's see if they bring it back to the hot hand. Branislav Vujadinovic. The senior calling for it. The senior wants Sek. Wants to take him on the dribble. Drives right by him off the window and in.
That's unstoppable right there.
Vujadinovic with 22. Timeout by Franklin Pierce with 2:07 to play in this one. Assumption has outscored Franklin Pierce by 20 here in the second half. It's a full timeout called by the Ravens, and we'll take it with 2:07 to play in this one. Assumption on top by 3.
Walking the path of integrity. Forever embracing a life in balance. Standing tall and confident. Leaders in the classroom, community, and field of play. With clear vision and a full heart. Looking to the future, devoted to the student athlete. Representing the Northeast. Diverse in composition, united by our values, determined by nature, uncompromised by choice. We are the NE10.
76-73, Greyhounds on top by 3. They were down by as many as 17 in the first quarter. They were down by as many as 17 in the second half. And they've climbed all the way back and have taken the lead and have got this crowd into it, and they're chanting defense. Zagorowski, Fedid Chujimi, working White by Glover. Skip. This is Sek for the wild 3. It's no good. Rebound by Glover.
He's looking for a foul, but you're never going to get it on a desperation shot like that.
Especially with the defense right there, just putting their hands up, playing position basketball. Gator goes down low to White. White, double comes. The little bunny just very gracefully lays it up and in.
Yeah, and White had a few words for Van Ostrom after that nice finish.
5-point lead for the Greyhounds. It's their largest. Zagorowski frees himself. This is a 3. It rattles out. And Kelly can take this game under a minute to play. Kelly wants the screen from White. He's looking for Vujadinovic. He has a game-high 22. Looking to add to that. The fadeaway is short. White collects it. And it's good. Franklin Pierce is looking to see if White dribbled on the baseline. They didn't play to the whistle. Now they play to the whistle, which is a timeout by head coach David Chadbourne. And the lead is 7 right now for the Greyhounds.
I mean, if you told me that they were going to come back from 17 on 2 separate occasions, 2 separate halves, I would have probably laughed right in your face. But the fight from this Greyhounds team tonight on full display, I can't believe they've come back and now have a 7-point lead of their own.
They're playing with nothing to lose, and
Yep.
that's exactly what they should have been playing on, I don't want to say the whole season,
Yep.
but we've seen glimpses of this. Against the Lemoyne Dolphins, the reigning champion of the NE10.
Yeah, they put over 100 on
They
them,
put
right?
95 points.
95.
They won by 34 points over the Dolphins. They put up 93 against St. Michael's. These are the last couple of games here at Laska Gymnasium. They defeated Lemoyne. They lost to St. Anselm, who everyone loses to. They defeated St. Michael's, put up 95, put up 93. They're putting up 80 against this very strong Franklin Pierce squad.
I think opponents' competition brings out their compete level. I mean, they never really back down to teams that on paper or record-wise are better than them. I mean, they always put it all on the line.
And they're trying to avenge the loss, the 8-point loss that the Ravens handed them all the way back on November 26th. They're 41.8 seconds away from doing that and staying above the 500 mark for the overall record. Badajujimi kicks it to the right, goes right through the legs of Fasayurio.
That was a nice kick from inside of the lane, but in the feet, that's tough to corral.
We did not expect this. Like you mentioned a couple of times with a 17-point lead. Franklin Pierce put up 45 points in the first half. If my math is correct, they've only put up 28 here in the second half.
Yeah, Greyhounds defense has really put the clamps down on this Ravens team.
And Assumption gets fouled. They'll be in the bonus, shooting free throws after the next foul. Both teams sitting right at the 16 foul mark. One more point and Assumption will have 50 in the second half as Kelly gets fouled. We thought it was a lot, but Franklin Pierce putting up 45 in the first half.
Yep.
Assumption has 49 here in the second half.
Yeah, they've been really impressive doing it in the paint, whether it's Jordan White down there, now extending it out from beyond the arc with Connolly, Kelly, Vujadinovic. I mean, they've been doing it all.
Making 14 three-pointers of this game. Live and die by the three as Kelly makes the free throw. Kelly with 12 points. Creeping his way up the scoring list. Needed 19 to get to 21st all time. Most likely have to wait until next year to do it, as he'll check out with 13 points. As the lead is 9. 82-73. As Isaiah Moore brings it across the timeline. Good defense by Assumption, and the rejection by White. And I think Franklin Pierce will not foul. They will actually foul with 20 seconds left. It looked like they weren't going to.
Yep.
But it's going to the free throw line now is Vujadinovic.
Good for him. He's had a tremendous night. Maybe he can add to it right here. Just a little bit of an icing on the cake moment for him.
He had 26, a career high against St. Michael's all the way back in December. Just a couple of points away from that today, but a tremendous game and a tremendous ovation for the seniors and the freshmen that are checking out now, Gator and Glover. But Rance and Fleming wanted one more introduction from the PA announcer, and they get it as they check in to a nice ovation to the crowd here at Laska Gymnasium as Vujadinovic misses that free throw. The layup is no good. A second opportunity is blocked by Rance. White collects it. Final seconds tick away. The Assumption Greyhounds will pull off the upset over Franklin Pierce, and Fleming puts an exclamation point on it. 84-73. They defeat Franklin Pierce. They outscore the Ravens in the second half by 25 points.
Yeah, I mean, what an unbelievable game. Back and forth the whole way. Big leads taken down to ties. I mean, the fight that the Greyhounds showed the whole night was just unbelievable.
22 points for Vujadinovic paced the Assumption Greyhounds, and it was the defense and making threes in the second half, making 14 of them. Overall, 9 of them coming in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, they started to light it up behind the arc. Like you said, they were doing it all, and they really got good contributions from everyone on the defensive side of the ball, and that's what led to their offensive outbreak.
So good things are coming to the Greyhounds. They end their season 14-12. A 6-win swing for them in the positive direction. They move to 8-11 for their conference record. Very good improvement for head coach Scott Fauscher in his first year here at Assumption.
Absolutely.
And good things to come. Franklin Pierce ends their regular season at 15-11, 10-9 in conference play. They'll move on to the playoffs. The season is done for the Assumption Greyhounds. And the seniors, they were the ones who really brought it when they needed to. Patrick Fleming and Branislav Vujadinovic lighting it up in the second half. A team high 22, and the Assumption Greyhounds win it over the Franklin Pierce Ravens. For my broadcast partner, Mike Petrali, it's been a fun one all year. I'm Greg Kadetsky for the final time from Laska Gymnasium. The Assumption Greyhounds win it over the Franklin Pierce Ravens, 84-73. So long, everybody.